Good morning, sir. I, Pranshu Yadav. Today we'll be presenting my APP project video. My project is the truth table generator. Let's have an intro about the project. The truth table generator is a simple program that takes a Boolean expression as input and generates its corresponding truth table. A truth table is a table used in logic to represent a Boolean expression and resulting output for each combination of input values. This project is useful for anyone studying logic or Boolean algebra as it allows them to easily verify the validity of a given expression and understand the behavior of different logical operators. What are the different programming paradigms in the project? The truth table generator mentioned earlier, we can say that the main programming paradigm used in this project is imperative programming. The program takes in user's input, performs a manipulation on the input using conditional statements and loops, and outputs the result in a tabular form. However, it's worth noting that the project could potentially incorporate other paradigms as well. What are the import packages used in the project? The only import packages used in the code is tkinter. Tkinter is a standard GUI, which is a graphical user interface package for Python that allows the creation of GUI applications. It is used in the project to create a graphical interface that enables the user to input a Boolean expression and choose the number of inputs, and then display the truth table generated by the program. Now now have an explanation of the code. So the beginning of our code is this line, which is from tkinter import. What this line does is this line imports the tkinter module, which is used to create the graphical user interface for the program. Def truth table expression inputs. This line defines a truth table function that takes two arguments, expression and inputs. Expression equals to expression.lower. This line converts the input expression to lowercase to make it easier to manipulate. This part of the code, what it does is, these four lines replace the logical operators AND, XOR, OR, and NOT with their equivalent bitwise operators. This is necessary because Python's eval function only works with bitwise operators, not logical operators. This part, what it does, these lines generates a truth table for two inputs. First, let's see this. As you can see, we are talking about this part of the code. What it does is these lines generate the truth table for two inputs. If the inputs parameter is not 2, then the programs move on to generate truth table for 3 or 4 points. The program uses nested loops to iterate through all possible combinations of input values 0 or 1 and evaluate the input expression using Python's eval function. The output is displayed in a tabular format. Now, this part of the code, starting from here, what it does is these lines generate the truth table for 3 or 4 points using nested loops to iterate through all possible combinations of input values and displaying the output in a tabular format. The program could be further developed to allow the user to input expression and the number of inputs through a graphical user interface or a GUI rather than through the console, making it more user friendly. Now, before we do before we run the code, let's talk about some logical operators which are NOR, AND, XOR, NAND, and NOT. And now let's see the working of the program. This is a Jupyter notebook in which we have written our code. Now let's run the code and we can see a pop-up which is the GUI. Now let's just type some enter boolean expression like and b. The number of inputs in this is 2. Generate table. As we can see, We have our Boolean expression as an input, which is showing the truth table, this part. We can do more, like now we can type something like XOR. See, now our inputs are 3 under the table. As you can see, the GUI is so user friendly that it makes it more interactive for the user. We can do the truth table we can see here can be generated here also, but this is what the GUI does is it is more user friendly and just makes it more attractive to use it so that you don't get bored and you have a nice time using the this pop-up or our application. I hope I gave a nice presentation about my project. Thank you very much, and I have a very nice day.